It's Saturday here in Pego, and so that usually means I'm gonna go out and see one of the markets, my favorite market, and hold on. So I wanna see if I can find anything cute for the house, and then I'm gonna come home and probably do a little painting. I had a huge project done here yesterday, and there's a lot of painting to be done, so I'm gonna see if can make it look a little bit better today, and then maybe go for a walk and see what's going on in Pego. Spain doesn't really do huge cups of coffee, but this is just the American in me. This view is what brought me to Pego. You always have to take actual cash to these markets because all of the transactions are cash. It's good to have some coins for a tip as well. I'm gonna go pick up a friend and we're gonna go check out the market. So in Spain, driving a manual transmission or stick shift is really the most common. I will say with rental cars and even probably cars in general, automatics are finally starting to kind of come around here. I personally love to drive a stick shift. My first car was a 93 Jeep Wrangler and I loved it, and I love driving stick, and that's one of my favorite things about coming here. So I hope we don't get into automatics too quickly, but anyway, it's a lot of fun, and I find it easier to control when you're coming up on all of the crosswalks here and the roundabouts. And so cyclists in Spain are really common, especially this area of Spain. It's known for cycling. You have professional cyclists that come from all around the world to cycle here in the mountains, which is incredible. It is not fun to be driving around them because it can be a little bit scary. He just waved me past. You do often get stuck on these roads behind groups of cyclists. A lot of teams come here and train, so you'll be just driving for a while behind large groups, which honestly is like okay, because in Spain, one of the things about life here is that you're never in a hurry. That's just sort of the culture. And while you're spending time here, you should really learn to lean into that. Don't let it aggravate you. It's just part of the journey here. So you'll find throughout all of the small towns in these areas lots of cycle cafes, which are there for cyclists to be able to easily pull up on their bikes and grab a coffee or a cake and kind of recharge for the next part of their ride. There's even a hotel here nearby that has hyperbaric chambers where people who are pro cyclists can train their bodies to be at a certain altitude, even if the altitude in the hotel is not the same. They can use the room that they're sleeping in to train their lungs, which is pretty cool. So this market is my favorite to come to. It's really cutesy, and I like to bring people here when it's their first time visiting. Some of the other markets I find better deals at, but this one is a lot of fun. There's like a vibe here. It can be a little bit more expensive depending on what you're looking for, but I'll spend probably 1 to 2 hours walking up one side and down the other because there's just so much to see. It's really cool. It's antiques, art, lots of different just historical things that you can find throughout the market. You can find old cameras, phones, records, little trinkets, clothes, just everything you could possibly imagine. Oh, this guy right here is the one that I bought my artwork in my bedroom from. It has, he does really beautiful art from the Costa Blanca area, and he paints it all himself, and then has it all set up here on Saturdays.
Puede desmontar tablero y las patas.
I really like how the legs are too, because they're not like all even, like 2 of them are long. So I found my one purchase for the day, this original Otis Redding record. I'm getting a record player for the house, and I cannot wait to play this. Some really awesome songs like The Glory of Love and Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, so I'm excited. But anyway, enough of the market for now. Let's go get tapas. So, finished up the tapas and decided to run a couple errands. I need to pick up some things for work on the house from Leroy Merlin's, which is the big hardware store here. And usually once a month I stop in at Carrefour, which is in the mall, because it's a big grocery store that has a little more variety than what you find at the typical Spanish grocery store. So, yeah, let's go. So this is some white primer for the tile, exterior tile that I'm going to paint over. So we're going to paint it with this, and then I can use the regular white exterior paint after that to get it all looking nice and bright and white outside. Okay, so I've done one coat on these walls, and I'm going to do that again now. I only have about an hour before the sun goes down, so we'll see how much I can get done. I'm just going to be working my way down. I have been cleaning some of the walls. If you can see on here, it's a little bit more yellow colored, so I haven't painted that yet, but I did have to clean that off of these walls first just to make sure the paint sticks really well. It's getting to be a little chilly out in the evenings right now. It's early November, and tomorrow is actually daylight savings time in the US, where everyone falls back But in Spain, we actually did that about 2 weeks ago. So there's around 2 to 3 weeks every spring and fall where you're on a 5 hour difference from Eastern Standard Time rather than 6, which is just a little fun fact. So this will be the only house project I'm doing today since I got home a little bit later than I was expecting. But usually I would spend a bit longer, 2 or 3 hours. I'm just going to do this for about an hour today. I've got some work to do on my computer a little later. I do quite a bit of contract remote work, and so I usually try to get in a couple hours a day. And for me here in Spain, it's nice to do that in the evenings because I can use the daytime to go out and see the town. And by doing it in the evenings, I'm just making the most of the daylight here because the weather's so beautiful. Well, I am getting ready to head out to dinner with some friends tonight. I'm super excited. We're going to visit a place I've never been before, but they actually have a 3-course meal for just €12. And so I'm excited to go check that out and take you along with me to meet some of my friends. Thanks so much for joining me on this day in the life video. It's time for me to go to sleep now. If you liked this kind of video content, it is new for me. And if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. If you didn't enjoy it, that's okay. You don't have to let me know. But thanks so much for being here and joining me. I really hope you'll come around for some more videos, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my friends at dinner tonight. We had such a great time. I really do love my community here. And I love my community here too. So anyway, good night.